From my 15 plus years of experience in training, where I have trained more than 10,000 individuals, I have realized that there is very little change in behavior of individuals after training. The above quote from John Wolfgang sums it up so well. Since knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Keeping this in mind, we have designed the course in such a fashion that you can apply the knowledge as we progress in the course and change your behavior. At the end of every module, we have provided an easy step by step action plan to act upon. And there are only 4 things which needs your action. So let's start. Here is a set of 10 simple yet powerful questions covering crucial aspects of your personal finance. Answer to which would be a good starting point to gauge your understanding about personal finance. Please keep pen and paper handy to note down your answer as either A or B. Hope you are ready with a pen and a paper. So here we go with the first question. Question number 1. Do you know exactly how much you save every month? If you know exactly how much you save every month, then write A or else B. Question number 2. How much should you have as an emergency fund? Emergency fund is also known as contingency fund. If you think equivalent of 1 to 2 months of monthly expenses in saving account is enough, please write A. Or if you think one should have equivalent of 4 to 6 months of monthly expenses in saving account, then write B. Moving on to question number 3. Do you know how much you should be insured for? If you think insurance of around 4 to 5 times your annual salary is enough, please write A. Or else, if you are of the opinion that insurance equal to 10 to 15 times your annual salary is must, please write B. Question number 4. Do you know the standard deduction and income slab of income tax? If you broadly know the standard deductions and income slab, then write A or else please write B. Moving to question number 5. Do you know how much money you will need for your kids' future education? If you can calculate the future value of current education cost, then write A, or else if you don't know, then please write B. Question number 6. Is saving for retirement more important than saving for your kids' education? If you are of the opinion that saving for kids' education is more important, then write A, or else if you think saving for your retirement is more important than kids' education, write B. Question number 7. Have you written your will or created trust? If you have, congratulations. You are among those 2 to 3% population who have written the will. And please write A as an option, or else write B if you have not written the will. Moving to question number 8. If you invest in real estate, you don't need to invest in any other instrument. If you are a die-hard fan of the asset class real estate, then write A as an answer for question number 8, or else write B. Question number 9. Do you know the portion of different assets like debt, equity, etc. in your portfolio? That means you know the debt, gold, equity and real estate share in your total portfolio. Yes, write A or else write B. Question number 10. If you have insurance policy, do you know how much premium you are paying and amount of insurance cover you have? If you are aware of the total amount of yearly premium of all your life insurance policy and the sum assured, please write A or otherwise write B if you don't know. Now let's check our responses. Give score of 1 for every correct answer and add your score to arrive at the total score out of 10. So let's start. Question number 1. Do you know exactly how much you save every month? Give 1 mark if you have selected A. Question number 2. How much should you have as an emergency fund? Give 1 mark if you have selected B. Third is an interesting one. Do you know how much you should be insured for? Give yourself 1 mark if you have selected B. Before we move further, let's do little discussion. There is a thumb rule of 15 times insurance cover. Reason why you should have 15 times insurance cover is considering the interest rate of 8%. Family will get almost the same amount of money in case something was to happen to the breadwinner of the family. Example, suppose someone is earning 10 lakhs per annum. 15 times 10 lakh is 1.5 crores, which when invested at 8% of interest, family will get 12 lakhs of interest income. Deducting tax, it is almost same as the income of the earner, which will help the family to maintain the current lifestyle. Question number 5. Do you know how much money you will need for your kids' future education? Give a score of 1 if your answer is A. Sixth question is another interesting one. Most of the participants with whom I have discussed this question, most of them have selected B as an option, that is no. Let me give a reasoning why you should give at least equal priority to your retirement as your kids' education, if not more. Is imagine a situation after let's say 20 years when your kid will be 21-year-old and you are 55, around 55-year-old. Both of you approach the bank for loan. Your kid for education loan and you for retirement loan. Whom do you think the bank would grant the loan? Most likely to your kid, since he is young and is more promising in terms of loan repayment as compared to you. Hence, pay for yourself first by planning for your retirement, which we would discuss in one of the session. Question number 7. Have you written your will or created a trust? Now, most of us know we should do estate planning, but how many of you have actually wrote your will? Give 1 mark if you have written your will. Question number 8. If you invest in real estate, you don't need to invest in any other instrument. In my journey of financial planning, I must have met more than 2,500 families, and trust me, I have met individuals who are die-hard fan of real estate. However, investing in real estate comes with its own limitations like illiquidity and capital gain tax. Give self a score of 1 mark if you have selected B as an option. Question number 9. Do you know the portion of different assets like debt, equity, etc. in your portfolio? If you know your asset allocation, then most likely you are an vigilant investor. Give yourself 1 mark for option A or else no. Question number 10. If you have insurance policy, do you know how much premium you are paying and amount of insurance cover? Unfortunately, at least in India, most of us are more careful and alert when we buy vegetables and not when we buy insurance. However, if you have awareness of your insurance details, that is, you have ticked A option, give yourself 1 mark. In case if you want to revisit or check the answers again, please find the correct answers. Give score of 1 for every correct answer and add your score to arrive at the total score out of 10. Remember, our score is just an reflection of our current understanding and help us know our awareness level. It would also help us to reflect upon our progress post completion of the course. So let's try and interpret our score. If your score is between 0 to 3, you would be greatly benefited from this course. My suggestion to you is please complete every assignment and if required, revisit topics. If your score is between 4 to 7, you are getting by on basics and can't afford to be complacent. Please upgrade your knowledge by being proactive and make notes of new concept and implement it. If your score
Let's
is
start
between 8
with
to 10,
understanding
you are
three
just
levers
fine.
of financial freedom.
All the best. One
Financial
thing I would
freedom
like
or
to assure
getting
you,
rich is the
no matter
function of
what is
these
your
three
score,
levers.
you will be surely
Before we discuss
benefited
it,
from
let's
this
first
course in
understand the
some
word
way.
lever. To appreciate the equation, lever is a tool which helps to move heavy things from one point to another with minimum efforts or force. Minimum efforts or force are the key words. To cite an example, we can lift the car with a jack. You can easily lift 1.5 tons of vehicle with a lever called jack. Likewise, to achieve your financial freedom, you need to manage or handle these three levers effectively so that you can get maximum output with minimum inputs. The first one is how fast is your income growing? Second lever is what percentage of your income are you saving? That is your saving ratio. And the third lever is what is your portfolio rate of returns? That is how much is your money earning for you? You may slice it and dice it in n number of ways, but personal finance would consist of only these three levers and a shield of insurance. The entire course will revolve around these three levers and protection. We would keep revisiting it to understand the impact. Let's start with few simple scenarios.